Yes, right here. Okay, hello guys. Good evening and happy Friday.
Hi everyone.
So we hope everyone is doing well, that you had a good week. It wasn't too difficult being at home. Uh, and tell us, of course, your name, tell us where you come from, and maybe tell us if you have any plans for this weekend. What are you doing at home this weekend? Do you have any plans, Sean? Are you doing anything?
I just a lot of television shows to watch. Maybe some more ambitious kinds of cleaning, but nothing outside of what I've been doing the
Uh,
rest of the time.
yeah, because you said you actually enjoy cleaning quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I do. I clean all the time, but now I have the time to do the kind of all day cleaning tasks like
Yeah, and even get
take,
to the windows.
yeah, the fridge, things like this.
Oh gosh,
Mm.
the fridge. Come to think of it, I don't think I've cleaned my fridge once since moving here. Not like a full cleaning, yeah.
Yeah, you forget about it. So now we
Yeah,
have the time at last.
exactly. Great. And so you said you've been watching a lot of TV shoes. Anything in
Yeah.
particular you've been into lately?
Well, I've been watching that documentary series on Netflix about people who own tigers in America. And I don't know if
Really?
you heard about this. I think it's called Tiger King or something. And it's crazy. It's quite an insight into American
Wow.
culture.
Yeah, so I just looked this up. I had no idea. Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness.
I would recommend. It distracts you from everything because it's very particular.
Yeah, like super specific.
Yeah, I would
Cool.
recommend.
Yeah, I just finished watching The Circle Brazil. I watched the original
Oh,
one earlier this year. It's a
yeah,
really silly, concept, but
yeah.
yeah, now I finished, pretty much everything that I like, all my favorite shows, and so. But yesterday, I also activated Disney Plus.
Okay,
Because
okay.
that just became available in Europe, and so I was watching Lady and the Tramp, like the new
Oh yeah,
adaptation.
classic.
And so yeah, so I've been watching some stuff as well. All right, guys. So I see that there are three people watching us now. If you can, if you have a Google account, there we go. We got Massimo. Hi, Massimo.
Hi,
Uh,
Master.
let us know where you come from, all right? And if you have any plans for this weekend, if you are cleaning or if you're watching anything on Netflix or on TV, let us know what. We can maybe share some suggestions. I'll definitely check out Tiger King next.
Yeah.
Great. And Marcello. Hi, Marcello. Welcome, guys.
Yeah.
So today we are talking about the four seasons. Okay, so also if you can, let us know in the comment what are the four seasons in English.
Mm.
So, for example, here in the picture we have, I think it's my favorite season. It's right in its picture
Yeah.
here. So let us know the different season. It's different seasons.
Mm.
Do you have a favorite one, Sean?
Of course, I would say it's close between two, and it's not the one in the picture. I don't like the one in the
You
picture.
don't like the, yeah, and Fiorella just gave it to us. Fall, exactly. And fall, I would
Yeah.
say it's mostly American,
I have a different word. I say autumn.
exactly, which is more similar, I think, to the Romance languages. Pretty much all of them, something like that.
Yeah,
Fall or autumn. No, I spelled that wrong. Let me
yeah.
spell it autumn. Yeah, extra U there. That wasn't. Yeah, so you say autumn.
Mm.
See, it's I believe, I have the suspicion that one of the reasons why in the US we say fall is because it's actually quite difficult to pronounce it in the standard American accent, you know? Because the T is a little bit like a rolled R. And so,
Yeah.
you know, if you try to do an autumn, it doesn't quite work.
Autumn.
Yeah, so see,
Autumn.
if I do like the hard T, I can do it, autumn. But autumn, it just really doesn't flow.
Okay, yeah, that's a good theory. I've always wondered. I mean, to me, fall is it's very strange. It's kind of generic.
Yeah, of course, I guess it's the idea of the leaf, you that they
Yeah.
turn brown and then they fall.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
but I also saw a comedy show. I'm not sure if you've seen that compared British English to American English,
I think
and
I did see
is that this
that.
year they said that Americans have to really specify everything because we're too stupid to get it otherwise.
Yeah, yeah,
That was a funny one. I mean, this would apply to that, right? Oh, the season where things fall, because God forbid you call it autumn.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right, we have a few more comments coming in. Maria Grazia is joining us from Salerno. Alessandra is from Milan. Welcome. Um, We got Maria from Bari, Elena from Sardinia, and Maria Grazia. Great. You just gave us all four seasons. Fantastic. So, autumn or fall, which we talked about, spring, winter, and summer. Fantastic. So, what are your two favorites? So, you said you don't like fall, Sean.
Yeah. My two favorites are spring and summer. My least favorite is winter, and
Mm.
I don't love autumn. It's okay.
Yeah, actually, I remember you said you like the heat, right? You like hot weather.
Yeah, very much. So that's why winter is not good for me, not a good time for
Cool. All right. So, guys, here are some questions for everyone. So, Sean, maybe do you want to read these questions?
Sure. So the four seasons. What is your favorite season? Why? What is your least favorite season? Why? What can you do during your favorite season? What can't you do during your favorite season?
Exactly. So, let us know, guys. You can choose one or two questions in particular and let us know the answer for you. And then during this time, Sean and I can also discuss some of these questions, maybe give you some useful vocabulary, etc. So, yeah, so you said winter is your least favorite season. Is it only because of the temperature?
No, it's also I don't like it's not as intense in Italy, but certainly in Ireland the days are very short. The sun goes down at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in Ireland during winter.
Wow, that early, really?
Yeah, so for me it's a very dark, it's a very depressing time, and the cold, I don't like it. For me it's not pleasant, it's not happy.
Yeah. Is it also, are the winters in Ireland, or, at least where you come from, are they also windy?
Yes, this is the thing in Ireland. The temperature is not that cold. It's just that there's a lot of wet and intense wind. It's quite a wet wind. There's always a bit of rain or a bit of moisture in the wind, and
Sure.
it makes you feel the cold a lot, even
Yeah,
when you're
because
indoors.
humidity makes everything more extreme, right? It makes the heat more
Definitely.
extreme, the cold more extreme.
Mm,
Yeah, I agree with you. See, I don't mind winter so much here in Milan. I didn't mind it so much in California. It was actually quite similar to Milan. But what's difficult for me is the wind, definitely.
okay, yeah.
Something we don't get a lot here. So,
Mm. So fall or autumn is your favorite. Why is it your favorite?
um, I just really like the trees. I mean, I don't see living in Italy. I don't see such a huge difference, to be honest. So I think, the reason I say this is because in the US, we have so many trees. And so you really see everything transform. And then there's a combination of, green and yellow, orange, red that is like very prevalent everywhere. And then the leaves falling. I just really like that kind of atmosphere, I suppose, and the coziness that come with autumn. Whereas in winter, I just feel like it's more, as you said, it's a little more depressing. So I don't appreciate the coziness of it. But in fall, I certainly do. Warm drinks, being inside, quite like that. All right, so let's see. Elena says, my favorite season is summer because I can go to the sea and it makes me feel happy. Yes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Italians really like the summer. Marcello, my favorite seasons are summer and winter. So two opposites. Because in the summer I can go swimming, and in the winter I go skiing. All right. Good one. My favorite season is winter because I like wearing heavy clothes and eating warm food. Interesting, Fiorella. I have to say, I think it's the first time that I see someone from Italy tell me their favorite season is winter. Great. I do like clothes that we wear in the winter better, though. That's also true.
Yeah.
True for me. My favorite season is winter because I can make a snowman. Great, great. Favorite season is autumn. I love the colors of the landscape. Yeah, Marco, that's exactly how I feel as well. And Alessandra's telling us my favorite season is spring because I like smelling new odors and I like seeing the sun and every colors of spring this season help me to feel happy. Great.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, spring is nice because of that as well. It's like the end of the winter. So much
Yeah.
to look forward to.
Yeah, all the flowers.
Yeah, but do you have allergies, Sean?
No. Do
See.
you?
I do, and that's why I
Oh,
don't appreciate the spring as much.
okay.
Uh,
Difficult.
it's funny because it doesn't affect me so much in the fall. Some people it does, right? They get hay fever, but in the spring it definitely bothers me. In fact, I'm already starting to feel a little bit of that. Being inside, kind of helps actually. The one upside of being locked in lockdown. My least favorite season is summer because in Milan it is too hot and I don't like going to the beach. All right. Yeah, it's pretty miserable in Milan. I have to agree with you, Fiorella. Very humid. A good word. I don't know if you use this in Irish English as well, Sean, but do you guys say muggy?
Yeah, muggy.
Yeah, muggy is like disgustingly humid.
Yeah,
And you
very.
just feel,
We have a funny term for humid in Irish. We say close, which I think is quite descriptive because it makes the weather feels close to the skin. You can feel it. I think that's where it comes
like
from.
kind of like sticky.
Yeah, it's a close day. That's
Ah.
interesting.
Yeah, I would say yeah, cities in northern Italy are characterized by this. And the south is much more pleasant because it's hot but more dry and dry weather.
I still think that northern Italy is not as humid as Ireland. Of course, that we don't have hot weather pretty much ever. It's almost never above 20 degrees, even in summer.
Hmm.
So it's a different kind of humidity, but there's a lot of water in the air always. So yeah, I'm very used to it. I don't know anything else.
Yeah, I think that for me, the most humid place I've been, yeah, northern Italy can be bad, but it doesn't compare to, for example, Florida. I've
Oh,
been to Florida in the summer and it is really, really gross. Just, the moment you even step off the plane, to from the plane to the like that little like the I don't know what you call that hallway thingy. You immediately feel this gust of mugginess and humidity. Uh, That is, you just don't get used to it really. So you have to like go swimming or do something to freshen up. Lots of
Mm,
showers,
yeah,
cold showers. All right, guys, excellent. If you want to still answer a few of these questions, let us know. Especially, we saw some nice activities. Of course, we said going to the beach is an activity. Smelling the odor, smelling the aromas from the flowers. Um, Make a snowman, eat warm food, go swimming. So very nice examples. If there's anything else, let us know. It's autumn because the days get there you go, Sean. Like what you said about the
yeah,
short days. And what about in summer in Ireland? Because then I would imagine the days are quite long.
yeah, they are. It's very nice. The sun can go down as late as 10 or 11 at the height of summer.
That must be really nice.
Yeah, it's very, very spectacular.
Yeah, cool. And Marco, for me, my least favorite season is winter because in my city, Bologna is too wet. Yeah. Yeah, Marco, I studied in Bologna. I did an Erasmus program there, and I remember actually that the summers in Bologna felt, if I remember correctly, it felt even warmer than Milan because Bologna is also a city
Mm,
that is very, it's very, the colors are quite dark. You have the red and
yeah,
brown. So I wonder how, if that can also affect a bit, because it absorbs so much of that, the sunlight.
yeah.
Not sure if it has anything to do with it, but I did feel it was very, very warm.
Yeah, have you been in Florence during the summer?
Enough,
I
no,
I spent a summer in Florence and that was a heat like I have never known. It was just a wall of heat, of
really.
humidity of heat.
So even more than Ireland.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely more than Bologna because I've also been there in the summer. It's very particular in Florence.
Huh.
Yeah,
All right, guys. So we're gonna be looking at each season now, and there are going to be a few questions that we can all discuss. And so keep on participating like you have been. Here's the first question to all of you. Can you describe spring in 3 words? So this can be anything from nouns to adjectives, or really anything that comes to mind personally. What is one word that comes to your mind, Sean, when you think of spring?
I think this is one quite particular to my upbringing in Ireland, but I always think of lambs with spring, which are baby sheep,
Mm-hmm.
because in Ireland, definitely unlike Italy, you always see animals in the fields. So you see cows, you see sheep, you see they're always out in the open. You can see them everywhere. So when you see the first baby lambs, we say that's the beginning of spring. And you see them and they're really lovely. They're beautiful.
Yeah, because especially in places that are cold, they're kept inside, right, during the cold months, and then they're let out.
Mm,
Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
videos of cows in particular when they're let out, and they're so happy. Oh, wait, Alessandra's telling us, I believe there are connection problems. I don't see the slides. All right, Alessandra, let me maybe try putting the slides again. Uh, the rest of you guys, are you also having
Mhm.
any issues? Because I know that even today, when I logged into the platform, there was a message saying that because there's so many people using the service these days, they're experiencing some technical issues. So, all right, I just put the slides
Yeah.
back. And Fiorella, spring in 3 words: colorful, flowers, and sunny. Yeah, it's funny you say sunny because when I think of spring, I think rain. I think rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
April
because in
showers.
April showers, yes, exactly. In
Yes,
certainly in
but we say
California, especially, it's spring is the only rainy season, really. Sometimes in winter, but yeah.
This is also something unusual about Ireland. We have different, we associate different months with each season to just about everywhere in the world. We follow a more Celtic calendar where spring starts in February and ends in April. Summer is May until July. August is the beginning of autumn. And then winter begins in November,
And
October,
from
November.
November all the way to February. Ah,
Yeah,
so it kind of
February
switches,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we do that.
Yeah. Oh, great word, Maria. Meadow. Really nice. Walking, and you also think of sunny, and you think of spring. Okay. Fantastic, guys. So, yeah, keep those words coming. In the meantime, we have a few more questions just for you to consider and answer. Sean, do you want to read them?
What do you see in spring? What are the colors of spring? What is the weather like? How do you feel in spring? Do you like spring? Why or why not?
Exactly. So the same thing as we did before, guys. Choose one or two of these questions and let us know in the comments. And then Sean and I will uh, talk about them a bit. Let's see. So you said you like spring. So how do you feel in spring usually?
Um, I find spring quite a calm time. It's especially after winter because I feel like winter it's an intense period for most people in work, and then you have Christmas, which is also very intense, and then spring is much more relaxed. There aren't so many events or things going on usually in
Mm-hmm.
spring, and just kind of things gradually growing. I feel very calm, very serene in spring. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
One thing that I feel in the beginning of spring is tired. It's a time of year in which I feel the most tired for some reason. Yeah, even though
Okay.
I would,
Yeah.
kind of expect maybe the opposite. And certainly after the first 2 or 3 weeks of warm weather, then I get my energy back. But I feel very sleepy in the beginning once it first starts to get warm for some reason.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like spring?
I do, yeah. I mean, again, apart from the allergies, I really do like spring. I like
Okay.
the build up, then I can feel the summer getting closer and closer. I start getting excited because usually I have plans for the summer. That's when I take my long holiday. Um, so, yeah, it's definitely a happy time for me. But I also
Mm.
know that spring can be, the beginning of spring can also be a very difficult time for a lot of people. Um, I know that people who struggle with depression, spring tends to be the most difficult time for them,
Mm.
especially the beginning. And I read it's partly because you tend to compare yourself to others more because others start feeling happier, and then you tend to. In the winter, everyone is kind of depressed anyway, right? And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see. Elena, spring is crazy, colorful, and the first walk on the beach. Yes. I forgot where you come from, Elena. I guess you come from a place near the sea. I'm just going back here, see if I can find it. Uh, yeah, you're from Sardinia. Great. Fantastic.
Uh, lucky
And
you.
yeah, I wish I had the sea nearby. And I feel tired in spring. Yes, Elena, it's exactly how I feel. Elena, do you feel tired during the like all of the spring or only in the beginning, like me? Cool. Rita is saying, I'm from Modena. In spring, I can see the birth of nature. Very good word. The weather is top. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. The air is fresh. Good, good.
Mm.
And in spring, I can see colorful flowers, birds, green trees, etc. The colors of springs are yellow, red, green, etc. Yeah, nice job, guys. Okay, so Elena usually only in the beginning, like me. Yeah. Yeah, and all these colors that Fiorella mentioned, that's also what people tend to wear more in the spring. Tend
Mm,
to see more
yeah.
or those colors. I see a lot of green in Italy, especially in the spring.
Yeah, in Ireland, I think we associate more delicate colors with spring. It's certainly still quite grey. And then you have wildflowers. In Ireland, they're very like light pink, light yellow, kind of pastel colors,
Mm-hmm.
which, yeah, those for me, those are the most
So,
spring-like
so a bit more
colors.
faded.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say spring is colorful in my mind. It's more muted. Yeah.
And yeah, Marcello's also mentioning colors: red, green, yellow, white. The weather is sunny and hot, and it hardly. Ne- a nice word there. Just one small correction. I would say it is hardly ever cloudy. So it is hardly ever cloudy. Nice vocab there, Marcello. Good job. Cool. All right. I guess we can maybe move on to our next season. So before we were describing spring in 3 words, can you describe summer in 1 word? And if you can, try to think of some different words. And of course, it's very easy to think of maybe sun or the beach or something like that. Try to think of like even more specific things. For me, for example, when I think of summer, I think of sunscreen, especially the smell of sunscreen.
Yeah.
It's like one of the smells that make me the most nostalgic. There's like a specific one. Yeah,
It's difficult for one word. I mean, for me, it's sun, it's heat, it's the feeling of heat on your face. For me, I really love that feeling.
exactly. Heat. That's a nice. It's a noun for hot. And yeah, that's what also Fiorella told us. Summer hot. Um, of course, I also associate. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Uh, yeah, holiday. Holiday. Exactly. Elisa, I'm from Crema. Summer is holiday. Elisa, I used to live in Crema. That's really funny. When I first moved to Lombardy, the first city I went to was Crema. I lived there for 3 years. I was a teacher at Pacioli, the Pacioli school. So that's really funny.
Hmm.
Okay, so Marcello, why don't I put hardly never between subject and verb? Okay, so first of all, Marcello, we would actually say hardly ever. So without the N, hardly ever. Or you could say almost never. Okay, so that's just the first thing I just wanted to clarify with you. Hardly ever, almost never. Um, Now, yes, you usually put the adverbs of frequency between the subject and the verb. So I always go, I never eat, I sometimes try. Let me see the example we had. That is a very good point because, yeah, Marcello's example, Sean, he said it hardly ever is cloudy. Like that, in that case, it's an exception, right?
Yeah, it's
I
hardly
mean, I
ever.
would say it always rains.
Yeah.
It never. Let me think about this for a second. So it always rains, it never snows. Maybe it's because of verb to be, because it,
Yeah.
it is always rainy.
Yeah, because it hardly ever rains, but
Yeah.
it is hardly ever raining.
Yeah, so I believe, Marcello, that's the reason then. So if you have any other verb, we follow what you said there. So we have subject, frequency, and the verb. But if the verb is to be, it would go after verb to be. Yeah, English can be quite irregular with these things. See, even for us, sometimes there's always something new, like a new exception that we have to like think about for a second.
We never notice these things.
Yeah, yeah. It's just we just get so used to it.
Yeah.
Summer is happiness, Elena. Yeah, cool. Another one I think that a lot of people associate with summer is barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, cocktails, alcohol.
Cocktails, yeah. Barbecue cocktails. I really like rooftops in the summer. Um, like any kind of rooftop event, I quite like. All right, guys, great. So here are a few other questions. Sean, can you read that for us?
What happens in summer? What activities can you do in summer? What can't you do? What is the weather like? What do you eat during summer? Do you like summer? Why or why not?
Mhm.
Mm.
Marco, I love windsurfing, so in summer I can do it. Very cool. Nice. I've never tried windsurfing. I've surfed a lot growing up, but never windsurfing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't do any of those kinds of things in Ireland because it's never sunny. So I've no
Yeah, and
experience.
I imagine also swimming in the sea there is pretty much always really cold, right?
Always very cold, and the water is very dark with a lot of fish and algae and things. So I don't like it anyway. Some people do, but I don't.
Mhm. Yeah, because even, where, like, because near Sacramento, of course we have some beaches, but even in the summer, when people think of California, they just imagine this like perpetual sunny. But it really depends on where you are in California. Where I, like, near the area I grew up, even in summer, you need like a wetsuit to go into the water because it's also always cold.
Okay, mm, great.
And okay, so while you guys answer these, maybe Sean and I can discuss a couple of these questions. Now, I remember you told me a few lessons ago, Sean, that you tend to eat kind of like the same thing. You have like your favorite dishes and you tend to just kind of rotate through them. What about in the summer? Does your diet change in the summer? What do you eat during that season?
No, so person, I don't really change my habits from winter to summer. Maybe because the seasons aren't that different in Ireland, but also, I don't know, when I've spent time in Italy, I tend to do the same things. I still drink hot drinks, eat heavier meals than many people would in summer, and also wear more clothes than a lot of people do, long sleeve things. And yeah, for me, I'm very stuck in my ways. I like to maintain my habits.
So it doesn't change that much. Oh, because for me, yeah, my diet changes a lot in the summer.
Okay.
I tend to not even like cook a lot. It tends to be a lot of just like fresher things that maybe just heated slightly. Whereas in the winter, I eat, yeah, like hearty meals, like lots of soups and stews, like, and things like that.
Yeah, I think part of it is that I have a very fast metabolism and I'm very thin and I'm always cold. I always feel cold in situations where other people don't. In winter, I have to wear a lot of layers. So summer is finally the time when I feel sort of
You
okay. I
feel
feel
like comfortable.
comfortable. Yeah, it's normal for me. It's good for me. It's just, I don't know, the way I am.
Yeah. Okay, we have a couple because Maria has a question. So, could you help me with the difference between a santan? I guess you mean like a tan, a suntan or a tan, I guess it's the same. Do you perceive any difference, Sean, between a suntan or a tan?
Well, in Ireland, we have a wonderful thing called fake tan. So a tan could be fake or real,
I
but
see.
a suntan comes from the sun. But
Instead of
yeah,
like the tanning boots, like the beds.
yeah, or just kind of a makeup thing that people put on them, false tan. Yeah.
I see. Okay, like the creams that kind of bring.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but other than that, it's I guess it's all pretty much the same. Maria, you can say tan. It's pretty general. Just pay attention, like kind of corrected there for you. Just the you inverted the U and the A, so sun tan.
Mhm.
Fiorella, in summer I go on holiday. You don't need the in that case, but good. I go on holiday. In summer, the weather is hot and sunny, and during the summer, I like to eat ice cream and drink beer. Yes, beer is something I love in the summer, and I don't drink much of it in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. In summer, you can go surfing. So here, Marco, you don't need do because if it's an activity, you can say you can go. So instead of go surfing. Go shopping, go swimming. You go surfing, swimming, hiking, and everything, and every outdoor activity. Sun on the beach, yes. And Fiorella, as I said before, Fiorella, I don't like summer, but I love eating ice cream. I like going to the park with my sister to play volleyball or to run. Good, good, good. Yeah, ice cream is another huge thing I love about summer.
Yeah. What's your favorite flavor?
I just love pistachio. It's like my absolute favorite.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a favorite flavor?
I like a nice lemon sorbet. I prefer sorbet to kind of ice cream because it's fresher for me.
Uh-huh.
The fruit ice cream. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm more into the creamy types. And yeah, I can have like a different flavor, but pistachio always needs to be there. But then because I always have pistachio, see, I never go for the more fruity flavors because then it doesn't mix as well with the creamy.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
yeah. Do you like granita as well?
No, no, I'm very boring. I always go for lemon sorbet and just lemon because I don't find anything goes that great with it, or I
Uh,
just prefer it to everything else. I just get lemon sorbet.
cool. Elisa, I know Faccioli. Great, Elisa. Yes, I taught there for 3 years. Cool. And in the summer, I like walking on the beach. And in the summer, I often go with friends to photograph tramons at the
I think
beach.
you mean sunset or sunrise. Which one is tramonto?
Oh, tramonto. Good one. Yes, sunset, sunset.
A good effort.
Yeah, like almost like I guess your picture of Domenico, you have like a picture of right after sunset. Good.
Yeah.
Nice. So sunrise in the morning and sunset in the evening. Cool. All right, guys, keep the comments coming. A few more questions here about autumn. Okay, I guess I can read these questions. So, one, where is the best place to go in autumn? What clothes do you wear in autumn? What do you like about it, and what don't you like? How do you feel when the weather becomes colder? And do you like autumn? Why or why not?
Hmm. So, where is the best place to go in autumn?
Mm, so I really like going, as I said before, to like any kind of like cozy place. So I really like going to cafes or there's some very nice bookstores you can go to that have a nice space to sit and read. One thing I really enjoy doing in the US, but don't I guess it's not so I've never seen one here really, but it's like a cider mill, a place where they get
Oh,
apples and and they like make apple cider and like apple pie, like different things like that.
Very, very American, yeah.
But in Ireland, you wouldn't have that like cider mills and things.
We have distilleries for whiskey, but I mean, it's not particularly autumnal or anything. I mean, I think in America, with Thanksgiving and apple pie and things, you have a kind of a relationship with autumn
With
that
the
we don't
apples,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like such a big thing to go to the cider mill or yeah, if you go another thing, seeds, I guess it's very American. You go like picking like pumpkins, or you go like pick out Christmas trees, and then there's always some kind of like apple orchard or something you can stop by and buy like applesauce and yeah. So apples is just like such an autumn thing for me.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, so Marcello has a comment about the summer season. The summer is a very beautiful season because holidays start. I often go to the beach and I have a lot of activities. So I do a lot of activities: swim, football, and volleyball. But I can't run. All right. Maria also likes eating ice cream. The word Elisa thinks about when she thinks of autumn is colorful and Halloween. Mhm. I don't like a mid-season. Nice word, mid-season. Good. Because the temperatures change, and the best place to go in autumn is the countryside. Yeah. It is nice to go to the countryside.
Yeah.
Even like a weekend away. I feel like the mountains are also quite nice in autumn. It tends to be cheaper than going in winter because it's not the skiing season yet. You can still
Mm,
go like for hikes, things like that.
mm, yeah.
So you said, Sean, that you don't really like autumn so much, but is there anything that you do like about it? Any aspect of that season that you appreciate?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I quite like I feel like there's kind of a lot going on in autumn in terms of parties and activities. Certainly in Halloween, there's always a lot of social things, and because I mean, in summer everyone is on holiday and things like that, so everyone kind of comes back together in autumn. So going for coffee and going for drinks is very autumnal in my
Mm-hmm.
mind. So I enjoy that. But yeah, for me, it's quite neutral. I don't feel strongly about it.
Yeah, and lots of events as well, I would say, right? Like theater productions, concerts. There are lots of that in autumn.
Mm.
There we go, Marcello. In autumn, I prefer stay in my home because it's a season. Yeah, like seasonal depression or seasonal sadness. Yeah. I don't know what to wear because the weather is variable. Yeah, the weather changes a lot in autumn. So you need you need layers, different levels of clothing. So you can maybe, take something off, put it back on. Yeah, it changes a lot. All right, guys, and we have about 7 minutes left. So we're going to finish here. Just some other questions for us to consider before we finish. So, winter, some of you like winter. I feel like most people don't like it so much. But what do you wear in winter? What activities can you do? What is the weather like? How do you feel? And do you take a vacation during winter? Where do you go?
Mm.
I think it was, I forget who said, maybe it was Fiorella said she likes winter quite a lot.
Mm. Yeah.
I go back here. Yeah, my favorite season is winter because I like wearing heavy clothes and eating warm food. There we go. Yeah, well, we have some, yeah, to be specific with these clothes, maybe something we can mention in the meantime. So if we look at this picture, we can see. So what would you call, Sean, this jacket that
Yeah.
people wear in winter? So like a heavier type of jacket.
A coat,
Mhm.
coat. Sometimes you could say a winter coat for a really very heavy coat that you wear during the winter.
Exactly. And then, so we have a coat, and then we have this that covers basically the neck. What do we
Yeah,
call that one?
scarf.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, scarf.
Do you usually wear scarves, Sean, in the winter?
Yeah, I wear a scarf all the time, and it's actually something I find hard to stop doing at the moment because it's not really necessary, but it's just, when you get used to something, you expect to
You
do it
want,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, but
You
in
feel a
Italy,
bit,
I feel like most people do, even when it's not super, super cold. Yeah,
yeah, I like them. I think they're a nice thing to wear.
yeah,
So,
I do too. My problem is I lose them.
oh,
Um, I'm really bad with anything that isn't, like attached to like big. So like gloves, scarves, umbrellas, anything like that. Sunglasses, I always lose them. So I've
yeah,
given up on scarves because of that. So here in Sardinia, winter is very wet. You can go visit Christmas markets. Oh, that's a really nice part of winter. Yeah, the Christmas markets. And in winter, I really like to wear coats, heavy jackets, gloves, hats, and boots. Yeah. And I'm playing with my children. So maybe here, Maria, because it's a general thing that you do, so not in this moment, I would say I play. So I play with my grandchildren. So I play. Yes, we have like snowball fights, and we have a snow. We make a snowman, and my nickname is Snow Women Elbow Cup. Yeah, cool. Yeah, snowball fights are a lot of fun. In my college, the first big snow of the season, because where I went to college, it snowed a lot. So we had a lot of snow. The first one, there would always be a massive snowball fight. Everyone would just run outside and just kind
yeah.
of form like teams. And yeah,
We don't get snow in Ireland. We usually get sleet, which is kind of wet or rainy snow, which is definitely not as nice, I don't think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only place I got so much snow. And I remember actually being really excited for it because my whole life, I would only see snow occasionally, or we would have to drive up to the mountains to see snow. So I was excited by the prospect of living in a place, that we had that all the time. But then after the first winter, I was so done with it.
Yeah.
Domenico, I like winter because I go skiing. Because again, here I would maybe keep the present simple, Domenico, because it's a general thing. So because I go skiing. And I like winter because on Christmas holiday I can go. Okay, so a lot of you guys like skiing. What
Yeah.
about you, Sean? Do you like snow sports?
I've never been skiing. We don't have snow or skiing in Ireland, so it's very alien to me.
Uh,
It's very common here. Everyone seems to. Do
yeah.
you like skiing?
I've never tried skiing. I went snowboarding once.
Okay.
My friends, in high school told me that it was quite similar to surfing in many ways. And, I didn't want to, well, they said that I didn't really have to pay for lessons or whatever because they would teach me. But then it was actually a disaster that day because while it's true that the balance of being on the snowboard is quite similar to maintaining your balance on a surfboard, my big problem was every time I fell, I didn't have the skills or experience on how to properly get up. And so it would take me a really long time to manage to get up, and both your feet are stuck to that. So it was, it was like a few seconds of fun, and then I would fall, and then like several minutes of trying to get up. So I got quite
Yeah.
frustrated. And the other thing is that I'm not the most like coordinated person. So I really worry about hurting other people. I see like other children on the slope, and I'm just really afraid of like hurting someone. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite coordinated, but I just dislike the cold so much that I think I wouldn't enjoy it. It's
yeah, like
such a,
zooming down a mountain would just make things worse, huh?
yeah, it would be even colder.
Cool. So, guys, we're gonna check out these comments here, but we are at the end of the webinar. So, any last questions or comments you want to make, let us know now. Um, Claudia is saying, in winter I wear a coat and boots, but I have. Oh, but I love winter. Yeah, I love with an O. I love winter only for skiing. Yeah, so like a lot of people are saying here. It is very big in Italy, indeed. Yeah, I know even people from warmer regions, they tend to travel to the mountains in the winter to spend the what they call the White Week.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it's nice. It's just a part of the culture. I don't
yeah.
know.
All right, guys. So we are at the end of this webinar. Hope that this was useful. Lots of good participation from everyone.
Mm.
Anything to add, Sean, that we missed?
No, no, I think with every week there's more and more participation, so that's great to see. It really makes the difference with these, I think.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you, and have a nice weekend. We'll see you again next week at some point. Bye
Bye, everyone.
bye.